Hey everybody, it's Margaret. Welcome to my channel, Texas Gal Treasures. In today's video, I'm going to be talking about the things that have sold on eBay and the other platforms that I sell on in the last 2 weeks. Normally, I do this video every Monday and talk about the week before, but the week prior to that was really kind of not that great. And so I just thought I would wait and do 2 weeks in one, because frequently, if you just hold off at the second week or the next week, we'll catch up. If you're new here, hi, my name is Margaret. I'm a reselling homeschooling mom that flips things on eBay, Etsy, and other platforms to help support my family. And I wanted to share with you the things that I sold lately so that you can get an idea of what kinds of things I've been selling that might guide you in a certain direction if you're out thrifting, if things are open yet, or if you've got things in your stash that you need to get listed. I am live, so if there are any questions that come up, I will save them until the end and we can have a discussion about any kind of questions that might arise. So let's dive in, and I will say hi real fast to Dizzy, Angie, and Michelle in the chat. Thanks for being here. Hi, Debbie. Okay, let me switch over so you guys can see. And actually, I had let me talk about my goals real quick. So I'm moving these moving some windows around on the back end for me. Okay, so I set a goal for myself to try to make $200 a week on the reselling platforms. And while that may seem low to some people, it's just part of my income. Other people make way more sales, but they have a lot more time to devote to it. So based on my life and the things that I do in my life, this is what I can try to expect from myself realistically, about $200 a week. The prior week, when I didn't make anywhere near that, I try to take a step back, because frequently, even if I have low weeks, I will often have a really high week, either prior to that or later in the month, to where by the end of the month, I like to have at least $800 to $1,000 in sales profit. Okay. So that being said, now let's take a look. I like to set those mini goals for myself just to kind of keep myself on track. I have got something on my nose, which always seems to happen as soon as I go live. All right, so I did have sales on all the platforms that I sell on the last 2 weeks. So this is one item that I sold on Bonanza, which finally I've made a sale, but it was a big one. I'm sorry, again, I have to take care of this cat hair on my nose. Okay, so I sold this Lego Doctor Who set on Bonanza. Now, I love Lego. I'm just going to start by saying that. I wanted to talk about this. I have probably maybe 10 more of these. I kind of view Lego almost like an investment. So when I see Lego on clearance or at garage sales, if it's new and packaged, then I usually will buy it and I just stick it in the closet, because once a set becomes retired and becomes a little more scarce, the price can skyrocket. Let's take, for example, the Simpsons, the Quickie Mart. My kids are dying to have this Quickie Mart. Probably when it came out, it was $100, $200, I'm guessing, in that realm. But now you'd be hard-pressed to get it for less than $500. It's selling anywhere between $500 and $1,000 for this set. So that's kind of where I go with Lego. And so when the Doctor Who set came out, I knew that it had such a huge fan base that I ended up buying quite a few of them new, because I knew when they went retired, it was going to be something that the price was going to go up on. And so now the price is about double probably what I paid for it new, which is really good. But again, I still have more. And as they become more scarce, the price will continue to, because I think there's this Doctor Who set, and then there's like a Lego Dimensions characters. Anyway, that's my Doctor Who, or my Lego spiel. So I also have some Batman ones. Some of the Star Wars Lego sets ended up selling for a lot too recently. Anyway, that's my take, and you'll see more Lego in just a minute, but it's worth checking out and just sticking them up in the closet and just forgetting about them for a while and then seeing what happens, right? Okay, so this set sold for basically $117, and I paid about $60, maybe $55, $60 on this. So All right, there's that one. And I do see your questions and everybody in the chat. Thank you so much for being here. And I'm going to jump in the chat in a little bit, in just a minute. Okay, so now let's take a look at my eBay sales. I had this that I bought at a garage sale for $2, and it took me a little while to list it. It took me a little while to figure out what it was. It's a Iroquois beaded wall pocket, and it did have some damage. It did have some wear, and I had it listed for $120. Now on eBay, the price that you see there is not, I took a best offer on it. Now where did it go? There it is. I took an offer of $80 on this, and I was okay with that. I know I had it listed for $120, but it was almost as if there wasn't another one just like this. So that's why I price it really high. That's my strategy, is if I can't find one just like mine, I tend to price it really high. That gives me a lot more wiggle room as far as taking offers. And if somebody wants to buy it at that high price, then even better, right? So when I got the offer for $80, I felt really comfortable taking that offer. So that's what I did. I paid $2 for this at a garage sale. I think I mentioned that. I'm going to look in the chat just in case something comes up that's a question pertinent to one of the items that I'm talking about. So Heather says, sometimes you have to spend money to make money, like on Legos. Yeah, absolutely. So definitely. All right. Then next on eBay, this is a bracelet that I've had for quite a while. I think I got it in a jewelry jar, or I didn't have an inventory note. Let me scroll down so I can show you that. No, normally I'll have an inventory note here saying what I paid for the item, but because I didn't, it's something that probably came out of a jewelry jar or something like that. Pardon me for sniffles. Okay, so this item ended up selling for $10, and I'm not sure why it's not showing the sold price. A lot of times it shows what I listed it for. I took an offer, $10, probably paid about 50 cents for this, and it was a little kind of Day of the Dead bracelet. And this is another bracelet that I've had for a while, these channel set red rhinestone crystal bracelet. This one I paid 50 cents for, and it sold for $16. So that's a nice one. And these next two rings went to the same person, and a while back I did a haul video when I ordered some jewelry from Wish just to see what the quality was like, to see if it was another place that would be a good place to source, to flip, to make a profit. And while the quality wasn't amazing, I thought, you know what, let me try to see if I can get my money back on these items. So it cost me about 50 cents a piece on, not that one, on these rings, and they ended up selling for $11 each. So that was, you know, a really good profit for a 50-cent purchase. Anyway, okay. I think there's something in the air. Heather's saying cat allergy. I think there might be something in the air, which I didn't think about that, and I should have had tissues close by. Ah, well. So next up is this Lacoste hat, bucket hat that I got in the bins. So my Goodwill Outlet, the items are $1.49 a pound. I'm trying to remember because it's been a while since I've been there. $1.49 a pound, and then $1.99 for breakables, 20 breakables for $1.99. This was not breakable. So, but this was definitely not a pound either. So this Lacoste bucket hat, I couldn't find one just like this one either. So I did end up pricing it a little higher than some of the ones I did see there. I priced it at $35, and that's the price that I got. The person, the buyer, bought it for that price. So probably paid about 50 cents for this hat. I missed the outlet, can I just say? All right, this plastic red bangle is just proof that everything will sell. I have had it up for a little while, but it sold for $9. So that's a pretty good $9 for a plastic bracelet. All right, then these, I'm trying to remember where I got these pictures. Hang on, maybe I have a note in there. So these are some sepia tone photographs of boys like boxing and guy riding a horse, and there's a car in the background. When it comes to photographs, like old photographs, things like that, like certain makes of cars, these action shots with the guys boxing, things of that nature are going to be more desirable than like this kid in this Adirondack chair just kind of goofing off, than just straight like school days shots like this one. So I knew I had some really cool images there. They were really worn, but now let's scroll down. Let me see if I put an inventory note. I spent $1 on them. I'm trying to remember where I got them. I'm going to have to go back and look. Can't remember. Okay, normally if I got it like at the bins or something, that's what I would put. But anyway, I took an offer of $21 on these photographs. But I paid $1 for them. And I know there were more photographs I got too. So I split them apart into these ones that had the guys, the fellas fighting and stuff like that. Let's see. I'm double checking the chat, make sure that there is nothing I'm missing. Okay. Celeste says, I have a whole album of photographs I need to list. Yeah, and I don't think I've even shown it to you. One of the last trips to the bins, I got a binder full of slides, and they're medical slides. And so some of them are really creepy, weird, gross. I think it was from like a professor that was like doing a slideshow kind of before PowerPoint, but I think they'll sell. Anyway, moving on. Okay, so now we're going to talk about my Etsy sales. This is a sale on Etsy that I got. This was a really great sale, and actually was from one of you guys. I don't know. I never want to say the person's name because I never know if they want that. So one of my awesome friends from the channel came over and bought 3 of my mystery boxes that I have up on Etsy. On Etsy, I sell the mystery box I sell on Etsy. It's 10 pieces of jewelry, and they're all wearable or resellable, and it averages out to be about $3.50 a piece. So, but our friend from the channel bought 3 of them. So it was $105 because they're $30-something a box. So that was a really great sale. That was one I woke up to and was very, very happy to have. So $105 there, and thank you for that awesome sale. All right, where are my mug life people? I did sell a mug, and this is actually a mug that I've sold before. So when I saw it again, I was really excited because it's like, I know this will sell. This is an Anthropologie mug, and let me scroll down so you can see blue stripe nautical mug, Anthropologie travel mug, Molly Hatch. Anyway, so I've sold this mug before. I picked it up for $3, I think, at Savers, and it sold for $19. So from $3 into $19, definitely a win. And I can't wait till I can get out and start thrifting mugs again, because my mug stash and my shelf of mugs is starting to dwindle. So, and they're fun. They're easy to list. They're fun. Next, this is another goodie that I got in the bins. I'm just so surprised at the things I still find in the bins, because I know there are so many people that go through them, but you have to remind yourself, I have to remind myself, not everybody's looking for the same stuff. A lot of people that go there, they're looking solely for clothes because they can get bulk of clothing and they can sell, like really cheap. So a lot of people aren't looking for really cool vintage items, and I found so much cool vintage stuff in the bins. This is an accordion expandable purse at the top. So it looks like so. And let me get to my pictures. Hang on. And it was in rough shape. Now, I'm just going to say that if it had been in better shape, it would have sold for more. So here's the top. But as you can see, this part expands out to open up. Maybe you can see. Let me move me over for just a second. So it's in bad shape. It's got verdigris. It's got some serious, serious condition issues. So you might say to yourself, no way anybody's buying this nasty old thing. But they did. So let me come back over here. But ones that were in really good condition sell in the hundreds. But this one I sold for $40. So this purse, warts and all, sold for $40. Where's this one? So you can see even some of the hingy parts have come off, and it was a mess. But I was convinced I knew I could sell it. So it maybe cost me $1 because of the mesh and the chainmail kind of ish of it. Might have been about £1, so maybe $1.50 on this one, and then it sold for $40. That's a good sale. Love selling vintage stuff. Let me double check the chat real quick and then we'll move on. Yes, I see questions I will answer in the end. Don't go away. All right, here we go. Next, this is another Etsy sale, and this went to the same person that bought the purse. And this is just a CZ, maybe crystal bracelet with kind of teardrop shapes. It was really pretty. This is one that didn't have a maker's mark, so I get that question a lot about, can I sell jewelry? How do you sell jewelry without a maker's mark? And you just do your best to describe it and try to think about who would wear it, who would want it. So this bracelet, I'm looking at my chart. I'm looking in the wrong area, that's why. This sold for $18. So I picked it up for $1 and it sold for $18. Next are our Mercari sales. So first up on Mercari, why is it scooched over? Hang on, let's see if I can fix that a little bit for you. There we go. Okay. So first up on Mercari, this little Green Bay Packer ornament sold. Pardon me while I take a sip. And this is one that I got in the bins as well. So definitely probably costs about maybe 50 cents, probably less, truly. But another thing on top of selling mugs, I love selling ornaments, Christmas stuff. And this Christmas ornament sold for, I think that price that's up there. Let me double check. Why am I not saying it? Am I looking in the wrong spot? Ornament, there it is, $12, yes, okay. So next, hi everybody in the chat. I see some new friends coming in. I'll be there in just a second. All right, let's talk Star Wars again. Or Lego rather. This is a Lego set that I bought on clearance. I'm trying to zoom it in so you can see. This is not one of these huge Lego boxes. It was just one of the small ones. It was these clone, what are they? I'm not even sure. But again, it's just one of those that I grabbed because it was on clearance. I put it up in the closet and then just kind of forgot about it till this pandemic hit. And I was like, people are probably looking for toys and games and things. So I started pulling all of this stuff out. Lo and behold, this one sold for $30. I think I started doing this, like putting toys and things up when my kids were smaller and we felt like a birthday party every weekend. And now I still do it when I find Lego and toys and things. Let's see. Shopgirl says, can you say something's vintage if it's not marked? Yes. I'll come back to that. I will be back in the chat in just a second. I see some more questions and stuff. Okay, so Bolt sold. Bolt is a stuffed animal dog that I got. I believe I got him in the bins as well. Or at a garage sale, one or the other. But this is, if you find Disney characters that maybe you don't see all the time, like Bolt was one I don't see very often. So when I saw Bolt stuffed animal, I thought, okay, this is probably going to be a good one to get. So Bolt, I picked up, said for $1, and he sold for $17. And then I get the question a lot about shipping. I don't do free shipping at all. So on eBay, Etsy, Mercari, Poshmark, I don't do free shipping because a lot of times the buyer don't take it into account when they're asking for a deal. So a lot of times, especially when I was a younger seller, and I tried free shipping, it ate into my profits, and I always forgot, and I wasn't really good with the shipping, so it always ended up eating into my profits because I didn't calculate it correctly. And so this is just easier for me. I know some people say it might affect your sales, but it's easier for me. So that's what matters. I need things to be easy. Okay, we've got another Lego that sold. There's Finn. And Finn is one that I bought new. So what was he? Maybe or did I buy him new? I put $5 here, so maybe he wasn't new. I did buy General Grievous new. I still have him in the closet. I don't even think I listed General Grievous now that I think about it. Anyway, Finn Finn sold for $16. All right. Oh, hey, Tom's there. Hi, Tom. So, okay, then last sale, I did have a sale on Poshmark, and it wasn't clothes because I don't like selling clothes, but I sold a Minecraft figure. So here we've got Overworld Steve, and this again, I know how much my kids like Minecraft. So when we were buying Minecraft toys, when I would see them on clearance or when I would see them here, there, and everywhere, I grab them, throw them in the closet. Don't tell the kids, so that I could sell them whenever they become more scarce. So Steve's, I bought him for $3 and he sold for $15. So that's a good sale. Okay, so now I'm going to go back go through the chat and talk to friends and answer questions. So if you've got any questions, go ahead and throw them in the chat. And if you're done and you've seen the sales and you're done here, thank you for hanging out. And hopefully you'll subscribe and I'll see you on the next one. But if you want to hang out and see what kind of questions everyone has, definitely stick around. All right, so let's take a peek in the chat. Thank you so much, everybody, for being here. Hi, Rosemary. Hi, everybody. I'm looking. Okay, Jacqueline says, how can I increase my sales? One would be to list consistently. That seems to help. Also, go through and check your listings, check your photographs, check your titles. I know when I was cross-posting recently, I was finding that my title was getting chopped off and the main word was after the chop, because on eBay and Etsy you get so many characters, but on Poshmark and Mercari the title's much shorter. So if I put too many descriptive words and then put bracelet towards the end, then that part was getting chopped off. So I even had to go back and take a look at that because I would just get so busy talking about silver tone, purple, amethyst, blah, 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 ring, that it's too far into the title. Bring it up front. What is it? Tell us right away. All right. So, need a distraction from the box of jewelry got from bins. Oh, nice. I rarely find jewelry at our outlet when I was able to go. So, thank you. Angie says, you were down in your last video. Oh yeah, the pandemic, all this stuff gets to me too. And some days I have really good days, and some days it gets to me because I want to go out thrifting, but I can't. I want to, all of it, and then my sales were down. So that was bugging me, stressful, not having sales. And because that's a big part of our income here. So yeah. Celia says, how do you find out if something's sold? I got an email, or not an email, but my phone goes cha-ching for eBay and Etsy. And then Poshmark and Mercari, it doesn't cha-ching, but I get a notification and an email. So, yeah, that's how. So, thank you, everybody. Yeah, sometimes you have to spend money to make money. Yeah, and the Legos, I do. I just see them as an investment. Definitely. So, okay. Watching Galaxy Quest, that's a fun movie. All right. Looking for slides sell. I bet they would. I think so. Especially medical stuff. Ditzy Blonde's asking about slides. I think if they were just, randoms, maybe no. But I think it depends on subject matter. Yeah. I have a feeling these weird medical ones will sell. Yeah. It's pretty, yeah. Yeah. So, finds of yesterday. You can't sell mystery boxes on eBay, right? I don't think so. I think you have to say what's in the box. But they've changed it because they used to allow it, then they disallowed it. But they still sell, people still sell boxes of jewelry on there. So, I'm not sure how they get around it. If somebody knows better in the chat, definitely say so. But I think you have to list what is in it. Maybe they just say, yeah. So, Shelly says, "Hi, Margaret. I have heard you say you don't do auction style listing. May I ask why? I used to sell on eBay years ago and kind of gave up because of price to list, etc." Well, I've done a couple of auction items, but for the most part, I feel like I don't have there's a couple reasons. One, I don't like that feeling of anticipation of waiting to see is somebody bidding. I just like to put it up, list it, and forget it. And then, like, at the end of the auction, if nobody bought it, I got to go do a thing and relist it unless it does it on its own. And then, I don't have to put a base price. Even if somebody bids on it, if they don't bid enough, then I don't want them to get it, or I would have to start my auction at the... Anyway, it's just too many components that are more than I want to think about. Really, I should be called a lazy thrifter or the lazy reseller because I just want to put it up, have it sell, and move on. But a few things I have put up. There was like some of the Star Wars stuff that I listed as on auction. I did the Ewok Village on auction for one chunk just to see if I could, get something going for that, but it didn't. So then I just put it on buy it now because I don't have time for that. I had like a Darth Vader who was decapitated, but because he had the cool pieces that other people wanted, I put him on auction. He was a mess, but yeah. So it just kind of depends. Usually it's something that is a high ticket value item that's got a lot of following for it. Yeah, so that's what I do. Yeah. Okay, looking. Yeah, I don't do a lot of cleaning stuff. Oh, hi. Is Flippin' Hustler there? Hello. Did I say your name wrong? Hang on. It just jumped. It jumped back all the way down to where Tom came in. Sorry, I'm not talking. I'm looking. Here we go. I feel like I can tell I'm not talking, and that's bothering me. So, I'm looking for where I dropped in the chat, and I know this might be... Okay. Oh, thanks, James. So, let's see. This overstuffed house said I started on eBay under another name. In their second year, got kicked. Oh, a medical emergency. Oh, darn. Yeah, totally. Get back into it. So Shopgirl says, how do you know what to charge for shipping? So when I first started, I would rely on the USPS site a lot. Whenever I listed something, so it took a lot longer when I was first starting out to, because when I listed things, I would weigh the item, I would go to the USPS, the post office site, and calculate what they said would be the amount that would be needed to ship the item. So I did that a lot more, and because I did it, and it may seem tedious, but truly it's kind of like, it's like a rite of passage, because that's how a lot of resellers that have been doing it for a while know, like, if I'm going to send this, it's probably going to cost me like $3.50, maybe $4, depending on weight. It's going to be first class. So just from doing it over and over and over again. Now, if I started picking up things that were different than what I normally sell, so I sell a lot of jewelry, a lot of mugs. So most of the things that I sell, they're going to be about the same. So most jewelry items I charge about $4 to ship. Mugs I charge $8 to ship, because I know that, padded flat rate costs $7 whatever, and first class for 4 ounces costs $3 something. And then I just say $4, $8 just for wiggle room in case. Bigger stuff, I still have to go back because it's just, I have to go back and double check because I can't remember for our bigger stuff. How long does it take for a Lego to be retired? That's just a mystery. Sometimes they put out things and it's like stocks. They don't tell you, right? They won't tell you that it's going to be a limited run of a series and then they're going to discontinue it. And then, so I kind of took a gamble with the Doctor Who thinking, I bet this is going to be one that they're going to discontinue quickly, retire quickly. But they didn't. But I was like, you know what? I'm in it to win it. And so I just held on to them until they did. So it just kind of varies. So I try to go with ones that I think are going to be winners, especially if I'm buying new. Ones that have got big fan bases, ones that have been around for a while, like a cult following, that you would see at Comic Cons and things like that have a huge following. If they put out a Firefly Lego set, I would buy a lot of those. Because, yeah. And things that don't have a lot of, I don't know, other merchandise. But everything's got so much merchandise nowadays. It's hard to, yeah. Like Adventure Time would have been another one, a good one to get some more of that, but okay. So, okay, now we're talking about shipping, promoted listings. Oh, it just jumped again. Sorry, y'all. Moving through. While I'm moving through, go over there and hit the thumbs up. It tells eBay, not eBay, I wish it told eBay too. It tells YouTube that you recommend my channel and that other people should watch me as well. So, okay. So Denise says, newbie, purchase several lots to resell. What tools, displays would you suggest and best advice? I sort of went crazy buying. It depends on what it is. If it's jewelry stuff, I know that Poetry Nice, I don't know if she still does her photos like this, but she just uses a poster board. And she's got a video where she just kind of like curves a poster board on a chair, kind of tapes it down, and then just has it in front of like a window in natural light. And that's it. I have a couple of tents that I use now because I don't always have the ability to get in front of a window. I am in here, but I just have to strike while the iron's hot. So it's best just to be able to have my tents and all that good stuff. And then, with jewelry stuff, getting a mandrel and a measuring tape, all that kind of stuff is good to have. So, oh dear, it jumped again. Here we go. So, Fine H Finds found a vintage CPR manual. Cool. Yeah. You have to do, okay, Heather says you have to describe what's being sold. This isn't a mystery. Not a mystery lot, right? Yeah. Okay. Oh dear. Ah. You gotta read the chat. I guess I should read it out loud. Celeste said that someone had a fart in a bottle listed a couple of weeks ago. Okay. Okay, what happens after the free listings end on eBay? I feel like I'll be charged an arm and a leg. Oh, when you have to relist them? Yeah, probably. And whenever it's time, it depends on how many items you've got. So as far as like, if you don't have a store level, once I got to the threshold that my items weren't renewing for free or for a certain amount, they were going to start charging more for more listings. I bumped up to the store level, the next store level, and so on. I think I'm in the middle level of the stores. Yeah. So, okay, Jennifer says, is alpaca Mexico jewelry made of silver? It is silver. It's part silver. It's not sterling silver, but it's a silver mix with other stuff. So it's got silver in it, but it's not sterling silver. Yep, I think I have that right. If I don't, somebody will say, but I'm pretty sure. I know it's not I know it's not sterling silver, but I'm pretty sure it's got silver in it. Yeah. Okay. All right. So I'm gonna wait for a second and see if any other questions come in, because sometimes the chat is laggy. While we're waiting to see, I've been using List Perfectly. I talked about it a little bit the other day. I've kind of drank the Kool-Aid with List Perfectly. I've been able to list so much faster, and I am going to do a dedicated video on this site, but I was telling y'all the other night, I was able to list like 12 items after my kids went to bed, which is unheard of for me. So I was really excited about that, because it's really hard for me to get more than 5 items listed in a day, and for me to list 12 items, because I cross post, so it takes me a long time. So, but I was able to list 12 items. And then last night I listed how many? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 5 or 6 last night. And it didn't take nearly as long. So anyway, I have a coupon code down below if you're interested in checking it out. So yeah. All right. Okay. Finds of yesterday says when you know as an item is not silver, can you say it is an alloy? I don't normally. I just say if it's silver tone, I would say silver tone. Yeah. Somebody's at my door. I'm not expecting anyone. Maybe they just dropped something off. Oh, hey, hang on. Sorry. There's a dude standing at my door. Should I talk to him now while I'm live with you? He's holding a package. Hang on. Hello? Oh no, he's going. Okay.
Hey, Amazon or UPS had your package fall off their truck, I guess. I found your package over on Winding Creek Place.
Oh dear. Oh, thank you.
I'm just dropping this one off, though.
All right, thanks.
Yeah, have a good day.
That's weird. He said he found my package in the road off another street far away. Okay, interesting. It was nice of him to bring it over. He said maybe it fell off the truck. Weird. Okay. Let me go grab my package off the porch before it disappears again. All right, I hope you guys have a really great afternoon. And sorry I had to answer that because I was like, why is this guy on my porch holding my package? I'm trying to remember if there's anything else I was going to tell you. I think that was it. All right, I hope you have a really great afternoon, and I will see you on the next one. Bye, everyone. It's not closing off, so we'll see what this internet's going to do.